Hey guys, it's your girl Tubby of the Nerdy Bird site, rocking with the antidote.com, bringing you another segment of Kicking the Real live from Baton Rouge in the parlor. It's an opportunity for artists to tell you exactly how they feel about real life situations and how they directly affect them.
Yeah.
Sitting here with my boy Yung Gwop, so we'll get to pick his brain just a little bit. New Orleans native, so I'm sure he has a lot to say.
Yes, sir.
We'll start off with one of our more serious topics. Right now, national news, the Trump campaign, Trump reform, and his team have actually allowed some things to happen that as people of color, we're not exactly comfortable with. Knowing that people that are illegally crossing the border are being separated from their children. I'm not 100% sure where the families or the parents are being held, but the kids are being put in juvenile detention centers out in Texas. Some of those pictures have been released to the media, and from what I see, and make sure you guys go do your own research, you know, we're really big on you being aware of what's going on. It's basically a juvenile hall. These kids are sleeping on mattresses that are this thick. They have almost like fall paper type covers that they're sleeping on. You have prison guards, you have doctors in and out. It's really a juvenile hall in my opinion.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Holocaust.
Yeah, we actually are taking families' royalties the same way they did during that Nazi turn, not allowing these people to be human. So we'll briefly discuss it. How does it make you feel being a man of color, understanding the history of America and knowing that we're not as post-racial as we'd like to assume that we are? Seeing this happen in present day and understanding that it's very much so real. What's your take on it? How do you feel about it?
Me being a red tail, and it reminded me of some Nazi shit.
Right.
I think Trump he out of control, man. Like, somebody really got to stop, dude. Like, he's stirring the pots with a lot of people and making a lot of enemies with a lot of people that we don't need to be enemies with.
Right.
You know?
And for me, his parents are immigrants.
Right.
His wife is an immigrant.
He got Migos all in his bloodline. You know what I mean? Tripping. What's wrong with him?
Now, when you look at the actual laws, when you get behind the scenes and you actually understand what our constitutional laws are, from my knowledge, as of 2018, it's a misdemeanor to cross the border illegally.
Yeah.
So for it to be okay to separate these families on the means of, oh, they shouldn't be crossing the border illegally then and they wouldn't have this problem.
Right.
What happens to that Caucasian male that's pulled over for a DWI that has his 6-month-old strapped in the back seat?
The Caucasian gonna get out the car, talk to the police stupid, and they gonna let him go. They gonna write him a ticket. He gonna go home. They ain't gonna take his baby from him.
That's what bothers me. These kids, when you provide emotional, physical, and spiritual trauma, like that's stuff that stays forever.
Right.
Like you have 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, like they'll never forget being torn away from their parents.
Right.
And you bring it up in the sense of the Holocaust, which it very much so is, but we can bring it even a little more dated than that. Slavery. It was never hard for America to separate children from their parents.
Right.
I just don't understand. I'm not comfortable with it, you guys. What do you think needs to happen to be able to change this before history repeats itself?
I think the Supreme Court and them need to override that. Like, for real, like ASAP, because that's cruel, man. Like, nobody won't have the thought of losing their family.
Right.
You already don't have nothing. Then we gonna take your siblings from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, that'll make people want to retaliate. That'll make people, you know, that'll fuel hate.
And war.
You know, and war. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what dude want, me personally.
Now, I agree with you. You guys know I'm a very avid speaker. I don't bite my tongue on anything I've said since he got into office, just the way he handles things, the way he nitpicks at people, different countries. War is a multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar business.
Yes.
War provides some of the highest asexual resources that can be provided, from weapons, materials, clothing, whatever. It's a big business, and I don't want to go to war on the means of he's a good businessman. You know?
First of all, it's like he like a kid that got everything he want.
Right.
And now he got his little globe, and he just spinning it and playing around. You know, he running the world right now, like, and he like that.
It's a dangerous thing.
Yeah, it's bad. It's like Brain finally got the world, like. You know what I'm saying?
Now, to bring it in perspective like that, did y'all see me just cringe? Like, that was my natural reaction, because you're absolutely right. It's like, at what point can you stop this man? you know?
Brain got it. You got it right now. You know, Brain wanted to do some
crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff, you know, and the Brain got it right now.
Well, I'm scared, y'all. Hopefully, we could be that militant standing point that kind of, I don't know, we just need to remember the value of human life. We need to remember that, again, being people of color, if they'll do it to people of color, it's only a matter of time before history repeats itself, and we're kind of in a similar situation. So if you haven't taken the time to do the research, there is a law right now that they're trying to pass. There's a number that can be called. Call your congressmen, call your city representatives. Let them know that you support the Keep Families Together Act, so that we're able to put a stop to this, because they come knocking at my door because my cousin Chico come crossing the border and they take my niece or my nephew. We're going to have a problem.
For real. Yeah, they can't take none of mine.
He said it's going to be war, like knife war, like war.
Red tail shit, yeah.
All right, you guys, again, y'all know, politically speaking, I could talk on that topic for days, but again, do your research, understand what's happening around you, because if it's not directly affecting you now, it will eventually, and there's certain things that as a nation, as people, we can prevent, so do your part. Coming into something a little bit lighter, we're going to talk sports. Now, I know you are a New Orleans native.
Yes.
And the Saints and the Pels are the home team. The Pelicans have been doing their thing. This past season, they got counted out in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
People didn't expect them to push as hard as they did or to show up the way that they did. I look at it like one win over Golden State was a really big deal. Like, that was a really, really big deal.
I was really hurt when the Pels lost. Like,
yeah.
I really rock with the Pels.
Yeah, my feelings was hurt.
I was hurt.
My feelings was hurt.
I don't like no other team in the NBA but the Pelicans.
And that's real. Like, that's home love.
Yeah.
Now, coming into the draft, we are listening to a lot of players being traded or looking into trade contracts, because we have a lot of independent players right now that are like freelance, trying to figure out where they're about to go. Who would you like to see traded onto the Pelicans roster, and why?
I would like LeBron James. Yeah, we need the king over there, man. We need the king. We need the king and the brown together. We'll take Paul George.
Nice.
Y'all can just send everybody that's in free agency over there. Just give us a dream team.
He said, let's build.
Yeah, but LBJ, come on, man. Come on, man.
Now, I'll say this. I am a really big LeBron fan. I played like he did in high school. Like, he's one of my idols.
You didn't. You wasn't banging. I don't
gotta brag. I ain't gotta brag. Make some phone calls, pull up some footage. But real talk. I've had the controversy. A lot of people would like to see him in New Orleans. I've had some artists sit down and say they wouldn't like to see him in New Orleans because he's like that takeover person that'll kind of try to come and run the team.
Nah, I don't agree with that. I think because AD a team player, so ain't gonna be that's gonna take a lot of pressure off dude. Like.
And then playoff, Rondo is a real thing. Rondo's been doing this for a long time.
Rondo nice.
All
he
the
ain't
way
no
around.
shooter, but he plays his role.
Well, he came into his shot recently. He was actually a very prolific shooter coming into this last season. I think that he's looking at it like he's tired of people saying that he's not a shooter.
I think him, Drew, LeBron, and AD, we can let Cousins go.
Everybody keeps saying that.
You know Cousins bang though. He nice.
But he slowed the run game down.
Yeah.
I think that's where everybody agrees. He kind of slows down the run game.
Yeah, he not like a big five. Like he not a runner, and he don't do all that. Like he got a laid back game.
Gotcha.
I mean, we keep him, put him on the bench. You know, get AD a little break.
Let him get his run in.
Yeah.
Now, if LeBron comes to the city already don't sleep, y'all. Do you think New Orleans would like be a little bit liver?
I need season tickets. Somebody gotta holler at somebody for me. Yeah, man. Look, New Orleans gonna go crazy if LeBron come down here.
All right, y'all. Now I've had 4 people sit here and say they want to see LeBron come
on,
to New
LBJ,
Orleans.
man. You mess with Young Money, man. Come on, man.
So if that happens, the antidote spoken into existence, let us know. That's what's up. Like I said, the antidote called it first. When LeBron James comes to New Orleans, we spoke that into existence.
I just want my season ticket.
Look, I'm coming. I'm be sitting next to you. They're gonna be like,
I need some season tickets anyway, but I really need some season tickets.
That's what's up. Now we're gonna talk about another home team. Being from New Orleans, the New Orleans Saints. Are you a fan? I take that as I respect them as the home team.
I respect them. I love the home team.
Okay.
But that's not my team.
So who's your team in football?
The Panthers.
The Panthers. And why the Panthers?
When they came in '95, I actually was, oh God, I don't want to say this. I actually was a Cowboys fan at first because my daddy like bumped me into that.
Gotcha.
But when they came into the league, I always did like the Saints on the slick. But when the Panthers came in '95, they took half of the Saints players anyway.
Right.
And I liked their uniform, so I just went with them.
You've been rolling with them ever since?
Yeah.
So when the Panthers and the Saints play, are you kind of like sitting back quiet, or is it like Panthers all day?
Like, we beefed out, whole house beefing.
So your family?
Everybody fighting me. Like, everybody fighting me, you know. But, I mean, when the Saints play other teams, I root for them.
Right.
But when they see us, they got to see us.
They got to see us. That's what's up. So you are a Pelicans fan. You respect the Saints, but the Panthers are more your go-to.
They won the Super Bowl. I was cutting up.
I can see that.
Yeah, I was happy for them.
You know, you got to bust the door open and kind of get you.
Yeah, I'll go to a game. I respect it.
That's what's up. Now, NFL, coming into the new season, what are you expecting from the Panthers?
We going to get this ring, man. Let's go get this ring, Killer. You hear me? We need that. Killer Cam, we need that, man.
That's what's up. Now, coming into our music topic, being a New Orleans native.
Yeah.
Being raised under jazz and blues, having that direct influence, jazz and blues is kind of disappearing from the music scene. And it's kind of hard to say disappearing because it influenced so many different genres of music that is deeply embedded from the sound to the layouts to everything. Yeah. But what do you think needs to happen for blues and jazz to stay prevalent in the music scene?
I think people just need to listen to more music, like just be more wide range with your music selection.
Right.
And you will hear that a lot of the stuff from jazz is in today's music anyway. And you know, and I kind of listen to some of the old stuff just so I could get like a clear picture of some of the sounds that I want to and use. You know what I'm saying? So I think you should dig into jazz, get a little piece of it, and, you know, mix it with your own.
Now, being in the city, I'm speaking from just awareness and the fact that jazz music isn't as popular anymore.
Okay.
But being in the city of New Orleans, do you still see it as much culturally speaking?
Yeah, second line bands.
Gotcha.
That's jazz, definitely. They have the last second line actually today. Jazz is everywhere, man. Jazz is everywhere. Like, and it's not even about music. It's just about the feel and the vibe. Jazz gives me a funky party vibe.
Yeah, it's almost like a sense of home.
Yeah.
When you grow up into that culture, as soon as you hear those horns or you hear that drum come in a certain way, it does something to the spirit.
Yes.
Our ancestry believed that music heals the soul.
It does.
So when you hear that jazz and when you get that feel for it, it just makes you want to move, doesn't it?
Music powerful. The devil
of course.
was the only angel that could sing a whole 7-chord harmony by itself. So music is definitely powerful.
In all senses of the way, and I think that's really cool. And as my man Yung Gwop just said, make sure you take the time to tune in to the history of music. Don't just get caught up on the new stuff, because that's why we're starting to hear such a repetition. Everybody sounds the same. Everything is being talked about in the same manner, and it's because you don't know the greats. You haven't experienced the sounds of B.B. King. You haven't experienced the sounds of the Southern culture, which plays a large part in what music is today, whether we get credit for it or not.
Right. Got a lot of great influences around us. Like I say, the second line bands, Kermit Ruffin, Trombone Shorty, you know, all those different people, they influence everything we do, and you might not be conscious of it, but it happens.
Very much so. Now, business-wise, I know that your management team, Global Society, handles a lot of the business aspects for you.
Yeah.
But at some point when you came into the industry and you really started taking music seriously, and you were kind of doing this on your own, when the younger generation looks at you and they go, well, how did you get started? Or, how did you do this? What advice could you give them in regards to just going after their dreams and staying consistent and being inspired?
I actually, when I first started recording, I was recording on a little recorder, and I used to take the recorder, I beatbox with my mouth, and then I take the other recorder, I put that tape in that I beatboxed on and play it, and then I rap on top of the beatbox.
Very nice. Oh, really old school.
And so that's what kind of started me with recording, period. Everybody else was like, how you got your your mouth beatboxing and you rapping? And I like explain the process, and then it just elevated from me doing that to me getting a little studio and recording on them little computer mics.
Oh yeah, and you remember you had to kind of lean forward because they picked up the sound.
Recording.
They picked up the sound of everything, y'all. Like you couldn't.
The mic sticks.
Nobody could sneeze or walk in the room and shut the door. Or that became a part of the instrumental.
I'm recording on acid, Sonic Foundry, and all that stuff, and that's how it started. Me just wanting it, like seeing Mystical and Juvenile and all those different people rapping. I'm like, I want to sound like that. So that's what kind of pushed it, and I tried everything. Yeah, just don't, starting. Don't look at where you start. Look at where you could finish.
Right.
Always just seeing me being on a different level and in a different position, and now I am.
Very nice, very nice. And through that, just love and passion for music. Yeah. I know at some point in time, somebody doubted you, or somebody was like, "Man, bro, why are you doing this? Like, of all the stuff you could be doing," or you had that one person that listened to you and was like, "Man, that's trash." Like,
what's funny? My best friend, rest in peace, Chris. My best friend used to actually call me up and tell me, "Man, you poo." Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, I let him hear stuff and he'll be like, "Man, that's poo," but it made me want to impress him.
Right.
And so it went from me being poo to him bumping my CDs
throughout the city. That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So it started in my hood. Like, I thought to myself, I'm like, if I can get the whole neighborhood listening to me, I can make the world listen to me.
Right.
So that's how it started for me.
So just being consistent, believing in yourself, and taking criticism. Yeah. Some people kind of look at that doubt or that lack of appreciation, and it makes them kind of close in and go, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe this isn't for me. So basically, make sure you have a good support team. Don't have yes men around you. Have somebody that's gonna say, "Bro, you suck."
Yeah, and don't take the negative comments as just something that weigh you down.
Right.
Take it and be like, "Oh yeah,
I'm gonna show you.
All right,
we gonna get this right."
Yeah. So don't take that, even if somebody on any level.
Right.
Oh, you ugly. You whatever.
You just fat, your hair nappy, whatever.
Whatever. Just all right. Whatever.
Right. Take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Take it for criticism, and we have to stop taking things as artists. We have to stop being so sensitive.
Yeah.
I know we've kind of coined the phrase, "I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my
No.
But
me and my management team debating right now between a hook on the song. I'm talking about, I feel so good about this hook.
Gotcha.
But the management team like, no, dog. So we like, it happens at every level.
And you have to just kind of agree on it.
Yeah.
And that's what's up. Having strong people around you to help you pursue your dreams and stay consistent, even when you don't agree. It builds character, it builds good business, and it gives you the opportunity to kind of step outside of your team and be able to present this to the world and take the good with the bad. And I think that's important for all of you guys to remember. Everything's not going to be a pretty picture when you're chasing your dreams.
For real. For real.
So we'll get ready to wrap up here shortly. But before we go, we play a game of word association. And basically what happens, it was presented to me a while back, and we've been doing it for about a year now.
Okay.
We name certain people, places, things, ideas.
Okay.
And we give you a couple of seconds to give us a word or a phrase that you feel like is best associated with those people, places, things, or ideas.
Okay.
You want to play?
Come on. Come on, I came to play.
All right, let's do this, y'all. I got to get all creative and be all juju. The Warehouse.
The Warehouse. Wild Wayne.
Cortez Bryant.
Young Money.
Lil Wayne.
Young Money.
The Pelicans.
Anthony Davis.
DJ Khaled.
We the best.
Flo Rida.
Florida.
House of Blues.
Parties.
Lady Dahlia.
Spitter.
3D Night T.
Spitter.
Southern University.
Marching band.
Zydeco.
Blues.
Bounce music.
Punks. No disrespect to y'all, but
it's real. It's real, man. It's real.
I'm sorry.
It's real, man. Donald Trump.
Yellow hair.
Orange, huh?
Orange, whatever color it is.
Global society.
Support.
Jackson State.
The most fun I had in my life ever.
BET College Tour.
I smashed everybody.
Def Jams.
I wasn't ready.
TheAntidote.com.
Dope.
Last but not least, Yung Gwop.
Authentic.
There you have it, you guys. Bringing you the real, the raw, the exclusive. We appreciate you for taking the trip down from New Orleans to come and let us pick your brain. You guys, make sure you tune in, tag, subscribe, like us, share with a friend. Make sure that you're circulating such good energy because that's all that we provide.
Yeah.
Before we get ready to link out, make sure you tell them where they can follow you on social media.
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at YoungGwop_Redtail, on Twitter at YoungGwop.
Tell them where to link into your music.
Global Society Entertainment, Reverb Nation Yung Gwop, thatpiff.com Yung Gwop, YouTube Yung Gwop, all your social media outlets, Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, etc.
That's what's up, you guys. You got your first-hand account right here thanks to theantidote.com. More exclusives coming. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's your girl Tubby of the Nerdy Bird site, and we tuning out.
Yeah, no.
See?